Stop struggling on defense in Madden 26. You don't need a paid ebook. You don't need to go to any sites. I'm breaking down the Vikings Defensive Ebook right here in this video. This is everything you need, from great blitzes to run defense to offensive counters to how to stop RPOs to red zone defense. We talk about it all in this video, so you're not going to want to miss it. But I will warn you, the best defenses, the best schemes, the best tips are all at the end of the video. So you're going to need to watch the full ebook all the way through if you want to stop giving up big plays every game. Be sure to smash that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of these other defensive ebooks, and let's jump right into it. Alright, so we're going to start off here. I'm going to be using the Pittsburgh Steelers to show you guys this defensive practice mode, but again, this is the Vikings playbook. The Steelers just happen to have a really good defensive line, corners, so I want to use them to show this off. But this scheme, obviously you have better players, makes it better, but works with any team. So we're going to come into first our coaching adjustments. This is a full ebook. I'm going to give you guys really everything, so hopefully you guys stick around and watch until the end. But we're going to have our defense motion response on disabled, read key aggressive, pitch key aggressive, RPO pass key conservative, and then I like to use match coverage, so I normally leave these on default. Sometimes throughout a game I change them to put this on 5, this on 5. But we're going to start off with drop zone, so safety depth on close here as well. And so we're going to come in and, like I said, make sure you have your outside linebackers as your fast players. And so we are going to go ahead and open this custom stunt. So that's what we'll start with, the blitz from nickel 3-3 single mug. So you're going to hold A, because you see the play I want to call is called 4 quarters. It's my A button. So I'm going to hold A. This menu is going to open, and now I'm going to choose the Texas 4-man, because this is the best defense in this game, and that's why we're going to start with it. So hopefully you guys stick around to see the rest of the video after you see this crazy defense. But we're going to come in here, and if I'm playing against a 2x2 formation, I just like to move this guy over just a little bit, come right up here with my user, spread these defensive linemen, and then pass commit. So then the defense looks something like this. And so when the offense goes to take the snap, and let's say they're going to send 5 out right here, you're just going to be able to see, boom, it really is that easy. And I would say if they send 5 out, you're able to get that pressure look, I don't know, man, like 60% of the time, which is a crazy percentage. Probably the highest percentage I've ever seen a blitz come in Madden is this single mug, bro. It's like every single time you get these fast guys, these guys come flying in. And it's really because the guards are just so slow in this game. They're just so much slower than your guys, your outside linebackers. So we go ahead and go through it again, and you can see, bro, like they don't even have time to get people open. So they're going to have to start setting protection. So we go through it again, boom, we take it, and you can just see again, boom. And I'm actually bumping my other outside linebacker, so he's not even having a chance to come in on this play. You see TJ Watt right here, I'm kind of running into him, so he would probably do a good job coming in too, but bro, it's just so easy. So that's single mug, but that's the blitz. I know you guys have seen this blitz before. I've talked about it many times on this channel already this year. I have an ebook on it over at victoryformation.gg. That Goose guy talked about this defense in his Chiefs defensive ebook, so if you want more setups for this defense, go check that out. Use code BLT for 20% off. But you guys have seen that blitz, right? So we're going to talk about some other things that I like to do out of this, which we're going to start with match coverage. So we're going to come into the same defense. Now we're going to go to our coaching adjustments, default. And make sure you go like this video. That's something that you guys need to be doing more. Like the video, show that you appreciate the content here, because this is a full scheme. I normally don't go in as in detail in some of these videos, but I'm doing it for this one. So we're going to have our coaching adjustments on default here, and we are going to come into the Texas 4-man once again. And what this is going to do is it's going to make it to where we're now in match coverage. And so you guys are going to see it here. We're still in Texas 4-man, and just so that they don't get screamed at immediately, they're going to go ahead and block their running back here, and we'll see, if we can at the offense get some time here. So we're going to have these quarter flats on the field, and they're going to do a great job of just matching one of these routes vertically. So we're going to take this snap here, we're going to engage, and you guys just see how good this blitz is, bro. It's 4 against 6. This happens in every single mode, bro. I play Ultimate Team, I play Regs, I've seen this blitz. Bro, if they don't set protection, or if they don't know how to set protection, it's every time with this blitz. And then you can also, I really am gonna have to just not blitz them so you can see the actual coverage behind it. But you can kind of see it right here where this inside quarter is going to take this dig route right here, boom. And if the play continued through, he would have guarded this guy across the field. Your user's over the middle of the field, having to understand, okay, boom, I need to come down and guard maybe this tight end here. So you're just going to have to have a good user and start to understand some stuff here. So I'm actually going to have to set up the pass protection for this blitz, which we do have it in the lab over at victoryformation.gg. But let me know if you guys want to see a video breaking down how to block every glitch blitz in this game. Comment glitch blitz down below if you want to see that. But they're going to go ahead and set pass protection for this. So now we shouldn't really be screaming after them. So now you're going to kind of see the coverage, and there you go. You can kind of see where we're playing a lot, they're blocking a lot better, and I actually believe they block it while sending 5 out, which that's what pass protection will do against this blitz. It's not like foolproof. I could blitz another player and then a guy would be coming in free, but you can just see the match coverage. This is beautiful, right? When we always talk about, okay, we don't want to give up this wheel route, well, now we have a guy coming from across the field, because this is a typical cover 4 beating play, right? You have a shriek, essentially a runoff, and then you run a wheel up the sideline. Well, now, boom, if they throw it here, which is normally when people throw this, a guy's breaking on it, number 22, the inside quarter is coming from across the field, and then, I believe someone said this is 23 his name's Darius Slay. So he's going to guard this very well and strap this route up down the field. It's really a beautiful defense where you're able to confuse the quarterback. And it's something that I like to use very often, because if they block the blitz, it's still not going to be necessarily as easy to get guys open, with our match coverage playing behind it. Also, you can run the same defense out of cover 4 drop. So now you're going to turn your hooks on 5, your curl flats on 5, and so if they go ahead and call another play like a Y stick right here, and you call cover 4 quarters again, well, you're going to see, if I know that I'm playing drop zone defense against this, I would probably just run a cover 6 defense where we have cover 4 on one side, but we're playing cover 2 on the other, but it's still going to be drop coverage. Comment down below if you need a better explanation for that, because cover 6 can be ran out of match coverage, but it also can be ran out of drop zone here. So that's something that we're going to be doing right here. Still pass committing, still setting up this blitz, and so they're going to go ahead and block their running back right here. We are going to set pass protection as well, so when they go to take the snap, you're going to see better pass protection, but boom, we use her over the middle of the field. We get a strip sack, which I will say strip sack's kind of rare in this game, I'm going to be honest. But when you're playing regs and you have high pass rushers, high overall guys, they can do that. But you kind of see how this is what I'm talking about, bro. Pass protection versus blitz is the real deal. But again, we're going to talk about in a second the counter to when they start setting pass protection, because we still want to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, but now it's just going to take a little bit of a different philosophy. Alright, so this is going to be the counter if they start setting the same pass protection. So you're going to still come with these custom stunts. You can still choose any play. But now you want to use the El Paso 4-man, okay? So the El Paso 4-man, you can just look at the player. Now your defensive tackles, Cameron Hayward, and I believe that's 95, they're going to loop around, and they're going to be the ones trying to get in the backfield, while your ends are going to kind of slant inside. Well, what's going to happen is, and I wouldn't run this if they're not setting pass protection. If they're not setting pass protection, just you run the Texas 4-man, right? But if they are setting pass protection, you're going to see right here, boom, they're going to set protection. They're going to block their running back. So we're still going to pass commit, and you're going to be able to see right here what's going to happen. The offensive line, okay, so this time, it kind of didn't play high, necessarily wanted to, but the offensive line, my point still stands, that the offensive line lets TJ Watt or whoever's at this end come in free. Yeah, I don't know why this happens. It has a lot to do with the fact that the offensive line knows that they have extra protection. So instead of just blocking him with one of the linemen, they let Derrick Henry, whoever's at back, block him. Now, this time Henry does a good job of holding his own and cutting him at his legs. But most of the time, bro, that doesn't matter. Like, you're able, if it's a one-on-one between TJ Watt versus any running back in this game, I'm taking that chance on defense. Again, it's still 4 against 6. So you're really not in a generic defense expecting to get pressure 4 against 6. So, you know, they're going to go ahead and do the same thing here. Block that running back. We're going to spread our line, pass commit, and boom, we're going to take it again. And there you can see it. Okay. So that time, that's beautiful, right? That's beautiful. It's not as fast, in my opinion, as the Texas 4-man, obviously, but this is for higher level players who know how to set pass protection, either because they played the game enough or they watch a video, right? So when you're playing against people who your blitz isn't coming in, simply do this. Use a different stunt that stresses something else, another area. Well, now you can see when Derrick Henry tries to do this stupid chop block, we're able to just come around him. It forces the tackle now to block TJ Watt. For some reason, he just leaves Cameron Hayward, boom, easy sack. So again, 4 against 6, because when we look at the replay, half the offensive line, 4 of these guys are moving over to the left. Makes no sense. Just kind of a full-on pass protection. So you can see how the same pass protection is beautiful against one stunt, but it's terrible against another one. So that's another stunt that you can use the counter to their counter. Obviously, you could blitz your inside linebacker out of the Texas 4-man and probably get good pressure as well. I've done that. I've seen it work. But honestly, I just like to send 4 in this game because I just know that you can get pressure versus every single offense against every single protection if you just use one of the 4-man stunts. Either the Texas 4-man or the El Paso 4-man. All right, so our next main scheme is going to be out of the nickel 3-3 odd. Now, I believe there actually is a crossfire blitz that you can run out of this. I don't run this defense very often, so maybe I'll lab it if you guys want to just comment 3-3 odd in the comments, and I'll lab up the 3-3 odd defense game in because I've ran that in college, but I just haven't dabbled into it in Madden because I just think that this defense out of the single mug is amazing, and I rarely have to run this. Not a lot of people right now are forcing me to get out of single mug. I feel pretty comfortable in it, but in case you do have to hop out of it, there is defense I like from this 3-3 odd. So the main thing with this is just making sure you have good personnel. So at this outside linebacker guy, you want a guy who can play zone coverage and can rush the passer and stop the run at these positions, right? So you're going to come into it doesn't really matter the play. We're going to just start with cover 6. So again, I like to use stunts on every play. This formation only has 2-man stunts. So I just like to use those left exit 2-man, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys the reason right here, because I like to be able to contain the quarterback off of the right side. If I ran a 4-man stunt, you would be able to see, but we're going to take this snap right here, and you're going to see it's Lamar Jackson, so he's going to be able to outrun, but we're pretty much containing the quarterback there. I mean, it's Lamar Jackson. I can't really do anything about that. He's faster than this contain, but this guy's in a great position versus 98% of quarterbacks in this game to be able to make this play. Again, having speed at that position is pretty important, but I want to be able to contain the quarterback off of that side because you're going to be able to see, again, it is Lamar Jackson, but you can get out to this side. And actually, you actually really can't because our stunt. That's the thing. If your stunt comes in, and that's why you're stunning on one side. I would never recommend running a defense in this game where you don't have a stunt. You need to at least have a 2-man stunt on every play, unless you're just getting killed by the quarterback run. Then don't. But you're able to see right here, boom. Lamar tries to roll out, but we're stunning and we're able to get in free, and then we have him contained off of the other side. So stunts, honestly, are pretty good. A decent way to contain the quarterback. Don't run the 4-man stunts if you're trying to contain the quarterback, but the 2-man stunts, pretty good right here. So we're going to be able to see, boom, we're containing Lamar again right here, and we're going to be able to get just one shed. And that's why I say, having good pass rushers helps you out. But the stunts is really the main thing because the stunts allow you to get after the quarterback organically. Like you've noticed throughout this video, I haven't sent more than 4 people one time. It's organic pressure. It's all with 4 people. And it's something beautiful that they added to Madden 26, and we use it in every single defense. But if we're in cover 6 right here, and just beyond I have to turn zone drop off. Actually, that's something I haven't haven't done. If you have zone drops on in this game, let's make sure we're very clear with this. You have zone drops on, your match coverage will not work. We're gonna just kind of show you guys what this looks like again. Contain the quarterback, move this guy over, hover with Patrick Queen, get this snap with Lamar Jackson right here, and you can kind of just see how match coverage, oh my gosh, TJ Watt is forcing mad fumbles right now, but you kind of just have to see understanding your coverage. So this time I'm running match coverage. I have a soft squad on the field on the outside, and he follows this guy inside, and he kind of leaves Derrick Henry wide open on the sideline. So that's why I would just use a cloud flat instead. I would just put Joey Porter in a cloud flat. I would set the defense up the same way, because you just never know how your defense is going to play, right? So, I mean, right here, we're going to switch stick, we're going to double switch stick, and now we have absolutely perfect defense. You can kind of just see already when you have good pass rushers, it makes these stunts way easier and way better. The main thing that stunts do that make them so good is they just change the angles. You're going to say BLT. This defense only works because you have TJ Watt. That's not true. You're able to see this defense gets TJ Watt a one-on-one. You would never be able to do this. The offense would be able to double team TJ Watt in this situation, or whoever's at that position. Maybe have your best pass rusher there. But if they double team him, well, now the rest of the guys are able to get off, and they're in a stunt. Cameron Hayward's looping around, and he's one of the slowest players in this game. You get a guy who's fast in that spot, crazy pressure. But still getting your best player, your best pass rusher, or a great pass rusher in a one-on-one is how you play defense, even in the NFL, right? You want to get one-on-ones, and so that's something that's really good about custom stunts, because it causes so much confusion in the offensive line. You're able to get these guys in a one-on-one situation where they just block, where they just are in a one-on-one blocking situation. It's TJ Watt, he's going to destroy this guy. So I'm telling you guys, you got to use custom stunts, and then even the coverage behind it really plays into the hand of the stunt, because you're just able to, like I said, switch them a couple times on this, make sure everything's taken away, come down with Joey Porter, get back on the outside linebacker, and then by the time they can even throw anything, the quarterbacks are literally already on the ground. So this defense is just perfect. When you're able to run match coverage, you're able to take away their routes initially, whether it be from the cover 4 quarters, whether it be from this cover 6. You're able to confuse the quarterback with guys turning into man coverage after the play, and then you already have these crazy fast stunts to get after the quarterback dang near instantly. So custom stunts are amazing in this game, and that's how I like to use them out of the 3-3 odd, because you're running a 2-man stunt, you're still able to contain the quarterback. But let's talk about run defense. Alright, so here with run defense, there was a couple of different run defenses that I like. I actually don't think run defense is very hard in this game, because I think the run is terrible in this game. Because literally all I have to do right here is stand right over this guy, and when they call inside zone, it's just, I have 2 controllers, I'm in practice mode, and I'm still just shooting gaps. Shooting gaps, bro, is the easiest thing in this game, bro. I don't understand how. I've struggled with run defense before, but it's very rare, especially not in Madden 26. This game is terrible against the run. Most of the time, honestly, if I feel if I shift my line that way, I feel we're gonna, no, I'm still gonna, bro, they just run into the line. And that's the thing, if someone has better stick, right, okay, they're not gonna run into the line, but they didn't even have anywhere to go in this play. They can't run right up the middle, I'm gonna go tackle them. So they try to, follow their blocks, cut it outside. They have a clunky running back like Derrick Henry. He can't get to that spot right there. So, it takes a lot to run the ball pretty well in this game. It's not easy. I just feel like the movement of this game kind of makes run defense pretty easy. So I would just say most of the time, this is 4-3 even 6-1, right? This is an already intimidating run look for them. Most people wouldn't want to run on this defense. So, you kind of just confuse them. But even if they do have room to run, just look at that. It's just easy. So, that's an inside zone run, right? There are other runs in this game that are good, no doubt about it. But most of the time, if you're just trying to stop the run, you can pretty much hop in 4-3, even 6-1 out of this Vikings defense and stop the run. But if we go into another defense that's pretty good against the run, they go double mode. Because that's the thing, that's something that I didn't talk about earlier in the video, but you guys are getting it for those who stuck around. Again, this is a full seminar of defense. I'm giving you guys everything in this Vikings defense. But out of the nickel single mug, you can kind of see from the alignment, if you go back and watch that part of the video, the alignment against the run is not very good. You have one guy standing right over which is going to be your user. So they can, and you're spreading your line. So they can pretty much run the ball right up the middle. And that's when I say I struggle against the run sometimes, that's it. It's when I run that defense. It's amazing pass defense, 10 out of 10 pass defense if you can catch interceptions. But pretty much like 2 out of 10 run defense. But if people are going to run the ball, I mean, you could just run these super intimidating run looks. They're not going to have anywhere to go. We have more guys that over their offensive line than they can even block. So, I mean, you can see I didn't even shoot a gap right there, and the ball carrier tackled in the backfield. It's exactly what we talk about. They go ahead, Cole again. This is an outside zone run right here, so, you're just still going to be able to do the same thing again. Running the ball, very challenging in this game. People are going to have to rely on RPOs if they want to kind of run the ball, I guess. See a whole lot of actually running the ball, especially you can't run in between the tackles or outside the tackles really against double A gap. You can kind of see also, I'm not even really setting up RPO defense, but our guys in man coverage on this play do a very good job against the RPO. So again, run defense, hop in that 4-3, even 6-1, hop in that nickel double mug, and really just make sure you're doing a good job of staying in the middle with your user and just running through those gaps right up the middle. They're going to be wide open for you because you have to think about it. When you're putting that many guys over the line of scrimmage, the offensive line doesn't have a choice but to block them. So then they're going to let you run in free. No doubt about it. But yeah, boys, this is going to do it for the Vikings Defensive Ebook. Really the best defense in this game. Has so many pressure packages, counters for offensive counters they can do. We can stop the run. We can stop RPOs. We can do everything we want. We can get stops down in the red zone. I've won a lot of games simply because we're forcing them to drive the ball down the field, get into the dead zone, and then we're stopping the run with our user. So again, like I said earlier, if you have any questions about anything that I talked about in this video, feel free to ask them down below in the comments. But again, this was a full thorough breakdown, one of the best videos that I've ever done, most detailed. So I'm gonna really need you to go down below, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and comment anything that I talked about throughout the video. If you guys want to see other videos, other breakdowns that I can talk about, I can certainly do that, and I will be taking feedback from the comment section. But if you want to know how to run the best offense in Madden 26 from the Lions playbook, click the video on the screen right here where I go through an entire ebook of the best plays from Gun Punch X Nasty. But I'll see you on the next video. Peace.